Welcome back to another video for IGCSE Math. So today we are going to be touching on numbers. Alright, in the next part we are working on order of operations. So in this case, as we can see from the key points, we are going to be touching based on this sequence in terms of which should you be doing first. So first up will be those in brackets. Alright, following that it will be your indices, and following that it will be your division and multiplication and addition or subtraction, and this will be done from left to right sequence, okay, in the order. So what do I mean? So let's use example 13 as a guide. So you will see that you have 7, alright, 7 minus 3 divided by 5 minus 2 in brackets multiplied by 2 square plus 5. So in this case, you have brackets, you have division, multiplication, you have indices and stuff. So based on the key points above, we should be doing those in brackets first, which is why there's this highlighted section. Okay, so we will compute the results for those in brackets, which will give you 3. Right, once that is done, there's no more brackets. Right, we will proceed on with the indices, which is 2 square, which is over here, giving you an answer of 4. Alright, so once that is done, we will be moving towards division and multiplication with the order from left to right hand side, which explains over here you will get 3 divided by 3 being the first. Only after you have done this, alright, only after you have done this, then you will get to do 1 times 4. Alright, do not do it the other way around where you take 3 multiplied by 4 first and you take 3 divided by 12. That will be incorrect. So once this is done and you compute the answer to be 4, leaving the sign untouched, you will proceed on with remaining of subtraction and addition from, similarly again, left to right side. So left side first, 7 minus 4, remaining 3, and you get a final answer of 8. Alright, so with that, let's move to the next portion with slightly more complicated order of operations. Okay, so over here, so over here, alright, you will have brackets, division signs and fractions and things like that. So how will we go about doing? So you will have 16 minus 4 times 3 over 6 divided by 3 times 2. So for the top and for the bottom, we would want to simplify them into 1 or 2 numbers for the top and bottom to make it easier. However, in this case, it is a complicated fraction, so we will do it first numerator followed by denominator. So for numerator, right, so we will be looking at same idea, whether or not we have brackets, indices followed by multiplication divisions from left to right, followed by plus and minuses from left to right. So first up, there's no brackets, but there is multiplication. So we will do it from left to right for the top first. Okay, for example 14. So we will take 4 times 3, which is why it's highlighted in yellow. So this will give you a value of 12. And for the bottom, because it is only involving division and multiplication, we will do the entire sum from left to right side. Okay, left to right side, starting with 6 divided by 3 first. This will give you a value of 2. Alright, which you simplify it 2 times 2. So now we have only 2 numbers on the top and 2 numbers on the bottom, which is going to be similar to any other fractions that we have done previously in the previous videos. And we compute it to be 4 over 4 and we simplify it off to become 1. Alright, so now with exercise 5, let's start. So let's start with question 1, plus and multiply. Alright, so we will do the multiplication first. This will give you 12 plus 8, which gives you 20. Alright, let's go with let's go with number 2. So those with brackets first, you will do 16 times 2, which gives you 32. Alright, so let's try something slightly harder with number 5. So for number 5, because there's a bracket, you have to do what is within the brackets first. However, within the brackets, there is also the sequence that you will have to follow. So in this case, for brackets, we will have to do the multiplication sign first, which ends up with 8 minus 6 over bracket holding square. And this gives you 2 square, which gives you 4. Okay, and if we go on to number 7, so this is now slightly longer. So how will it be? Okay, if we were to follow exactly what we are supposed to be doing, so you will get 3, alright, plus 2, doing what is in the bracket first. Alright, 7 minus 9, you'll get a minus 2, multiplied by doing what's in the bracket, but multiplication first, so 10 minus 6. Okay, so this is your first step. Following that, we will proceed to do again what is in the bracket. Alright, and if you simplify this gives you 3 plus 2 divided by minus 2 multiplied by 4. Okay, so now we are going to proceed on with your division and multiplication first from left to right hand side. This will be 3. Alright, 2 divided by minus 2 gives you minus 1 times 4. And this gives you 3 and minus 4 equals minus 1. This is for question 7. So, what about question 8, where we have basically your parts in top and bottom, numerator and denominator. So in this case, indices first. For the top, 4 times 4 gives you 16 plus 4 gives you 20. And 6 divided by 3 gives you 2. 2 times 2 gives you 4. And this gives you 5 if you simplify it. Alright? So that's for number 8. So now for number 9, insert brackets in this expression to make it correct. So this requires a little bit of thinking, analysis. Alright, you would like the final answer of 10. So how would you insert brackets to make sure you get the final answer of 10, having the order of operations done correctly? So if we were to put a bracket over at 4 times 5, this will give you a 20. However, 20 minus 3 will give you 17. 17 plus 2 gives you 19. So that's actually incorrect. What if we move in with a brackets at 5 and 3? So 5 and 3, you'll get an answer of 2. Actually, that gets the answer. Okay? So if you put brackets over at 5 minus 3, you will have a value of 2 in this bracket. And if you follow the rules from multiplication, left to right, 4 times 2 gives you 8, plus 2 gives you 10. So it gets the final answer. Okay? And for number 10, insert brackets and symbols into this expression to make it correct. So you need now brackets and you need symbols being the 4 different symbols. Okay, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So similarly, this requires quite a fair bit of trial and error. So if you are going to be doing 7 plus 5 gives you 12, probably not. Even if you divide it by 3, it will give you 4. So that doesn't work out. So what would you go about trying? 7 minus 5 times 3? Yeah. 7 minus 5 multiplied by 3. However, we have to insert brackets in this 7 minus 5. Otherwise, it will be 5 times 3, which gives you 15, and 7 minus 15, which gives you minus 8, which is wrong. So by inserting a bracket at 7 minus 5, this gives you 2. Alright, times 3, which gives you 6. Alright, so all good. This is for exercise 5. Exercise 5. Okay, so for today, I'm just going to make a slightly longer video. Let's move on with exercise 5 star. Okay, exercise 5 star. So over here, alright, so let's start with question 1. Okay, question 1. We have, 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6 times 2 square plus 5 divided by 3 minus 10. So likewise, we will do the brackets first and 4 plus 6 multiplied by 2 square, 4. 4 plus 5, 9. Divided by 3 minus 10. So similarly, all the multiplication from left to right. 4 plus 54 divided by 3 minus 10. And if we were to proceed on, this 54 divided by 3 gives you 1 and 8 minus 10. So once we have this, move it from left to right side. So you have 22 minus 10, which gives you a final answer of 12. Okay, so this gives you 12. So let's do the odd numbers, alright? So number 3, we have 125. Okay, divided by 7 times 4 minus 23 square divided by 5. So in this case, we will do those in brackets first. You have 125 divided by 28 because it's multiplication minus 23. So I'm doing one step at a time. 28 minus 23, which is 5. 5 squared, this is 25 divided by 5. So this is a nice number. We will have to do it from left to right side. 125 divided by 25 gives you 5. 5 divided by 5 gives you 1. Right? So interestingly, let's go with fractions. Fractions. So let's try number 4. Okay, number 4, you have 3/4 divided by 9 over 10 times 4 over 5 divided by 2/3. As complicated as it seems, it's not really very complicated. Alright, so we will first change all the division, alright, to multiplication first. So we will rewrite this to become 3/4 multiplied by 10 over 9, because in order to change division sign, we will have to take the reciprocal of the number, or in this case the fraction. And this will give you, okay, if you cancel it off, left to right side, this you are left with 3, 2, 5. Okay, so 1 over 2 times 5 over 3 times 4 over 5 times 3 over 2. Okay, we could do it slightly faster, but we will just do it step by step for now. 5 over 6, 4 over 5 and 3 over 2. So left to right, you cancel 5, left with 2 and 3. So you are left with 2 over 3 multiplied by 3 over 2. Just nice, you can cancel out. This gives you a value of 1. Alright? Okay, so let's go with slightly more complicated. Let's try number 7. Okay, number 7. So for number 7, we have 1 plus 4 times 2 over 6 minus 1 times 2 divided by 12 divided by 2 square over 8 divided by 2 times 2. Okay, so fraction by fraction itself. So before that, okay, let's do it one at a time. 1 plus 4 times 2. So we will do 4 times 2 first. That gives you 8. 8 plus 1, this gives you 9. Okay, 1 times 2 gives you 2. 6 minus 2 gives you 4. So when we are going to change the division, we will multiply we will take the reciprocal. So this will be multiplied by 8 divided by 2 times 2 over 12 divided by 2 square. Okay, so this is remaining the same, 9 over 4. So now let's start from left to right. 8 divided by 2 gives you 4. 4 times 2 gives you 8. For the bottom, 2 square will be done first. So 2 square will be 4. 12 divided by 4 will give you 3. And from here, we can simplify. 9 and 3, 3 and 1, 2 and 4. So you have 12 and 2, which can be further simplified into 6 and 1. So therefore, your answer is 6. Right? Okay, so let's move on Okay, let's try something. Okay, let's go with number 8. Okay, yeah, number 8. So let's see. Maybe 8. 2 over 3 times 1/4 plus 3/4 divided by 9 over 10. Alright, 1 plus 5 times 3 over 5 minus 6 over 7 divided by 3 over 7. Alright, so similarly, left to right for multiplication, and we change the division by taking the reciprocal and convert it to multiplication. So first up, 1 and 2. Alright, so you will get 1 over 6 plus 3/4 times 10 over 9. So now we work on the bottom. So multiplication first, 1, we leave it untouched, plus cancel this off, 3 minus 6 over 7 times 7 over 3, because we are taking the reciprocal. So from here, as we move up, we can move on to the next step. 1 over 6 plus 3, 2, 5. So we get 5 over 6. And we have the bottom. We will be doing your multiplication. So 1 plus 3 minus this, cancel, 1, 1, 2, 1. So you're left with 2. So now, seems easy enough. 1 over 6 plus 5 over 6 gives you 1 whole. 1 plus 3 gives you 4, minus 2 gives you half. Right? So this answer will be half. Okay, so next will be the interesting one. Let's go with number 10. Okay, number 9 and number 10 is actually similar. So let's go with number 10. So in this case, insert brackets and symbols in this expression to make it correct. Okay, to make it correct. So we have 8. Okay, we have 8, 6, 2, 4. How can we make it equals to 5? So let's trial and error. Okay, we have to put same thing, brackets, division, multiplication, subtraction, and addition. So if we were to have 8 minus 6, that gives you 2. 2 plus 2 divided by 2 plus 4. So what do we get with this? So 8 minus 2, if you follow the sequence, will give you 2. 2 divided by 2 gives you 1. And actually we get the answer. If we put a bracket over here, alright, so if this is what we end up having, so given the rule, we have to do the brackets first, which this will give us 2, followed by division of 2 plus 4, which will end up with 2 divided by 2, 1 plus 4, and finally we will get 5. So this is actually the correct answer. Yeah? Okay, that is exercise 5 star. Alright, that's exercise 5 star. So similarly, any questions you guys have, leave it in the comment section.